why are you explaining yourself? It's your life. At the end of the day, the outcomes of those decisions that you make at that moment are going to affect you, not the person who gave you the advice, not the person who advised or criticized your opinion. No, they are going to affect you. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Friendly Reminder. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about something that I think we all struggle with, and that is valuing our own opinion. Now, before we dive in, I want you to take a moment and try very hard this time to remember, when was the last time that you valued your own opinion, that you trusted your own self? When was that? When was the last time that you valued your own opinion before seeking approval from other people? When was that? Think. I'm gonna give you a minute. Do you remember? And how long ago was it? Exactly. I'm going to divide this segment into 3 sections. And the first section is recognizing the noise around us. Think about it. How often do you make decisions based on other people's opinion? How often? How often do you decide to take the career path that you have taken currently based on someone else's opinion, someone else's advice? How often do you change your style? Do you decide, I like this clothes better, I like these shoes better, I am a heels girl, I am a sneakers girly, I don't want to become a doctor, I want to become based on someone else's opinion, be it your father, be it your mother. Like, how often do you do that? Don't get me wrong. I am not saying at all that listening to other people is wrong. No, but where we go wrong is when we let other people's opinion, other people's advice, other people's critics cloud our own judgment. It's fine to listen and take advice to other people, that comes from other people, but when it clouds yourself and what you want, then that is where we go wrong. There is always going to be someone who wants to give you advice on something. You should do this, you should not do that, I think this is best for you. Exactly, the main word is you. I think this is better for you, I think this is best for you. Listen, who are we talking about here? Me. So whose opinion should matter most here? Mine. Okay? Feedback and advice can be good. It is good actually, but it can also drown our inner voices. It can also drown who we want to be and what we want to achieve in life. You feel? I want us to take a moment and ask yourself this question. Who do you prioritize? Whose opinion do you prioritize most? Is it a family member? Is it a friend? Or is it social media? How often do I let those voices influence me? Ask yourself those questions, and once you figured out the answer, put it down below in the comment section. Now, let's move on to the next section. The cost of ignoring your own voice. Now, let's talk about what happens when we constantly prioritize other people's opinion over ours, other people's input over ours. We begin to self-doubt ourselves, and with time that erodes our confidence and creates self-doubt in ourselves. Think about the times that you have ignored your instincts or neglected your instincts just to follow someone else's advice. How did that go? How did that go? Think about how many times we've let peer pressure win in our lives. How did that go? Remember high school. Right now in your workspace, how many times have you let peer pressure win over the decision that you would have made different from what other people's influenced you to do that? How did it turn out? How? Negatively or positively? Regardless, we have to stop letting other people's opinion cloud our judgments. That should be a new resolution in 2025, don't you think? I would really love to hear from you guys that time when you ignored your own opinion, when you ignored what you wanted to do and later on regretted it. Can you just tell me down at the comment section? Let us learn from other people's experience. Anyway, so the next section, section number 3, is how are we going to start valuing our opinion? Because we have to start from somewhere. Because this is something we need to change. We cannot continue like this. It has to change. So how are we going to do that? It's definitely not going to be easy. Let's start from there. It's definitely not going to be easy, especially if you're someone who is used to seeking validation from other people. It's not going to be easy, but I'm going to tell you 3 practical steps that you can take so that at least you can get better at valuing your own opinion. And the first one, the most important one, if I may say, is listening to yourself. Listen to yourself before asking other people's opinion, before seeking validation from your friends, your family, internet. Ask yourself these questions. What do I think I need? What do I think? What do I truly want? And then give yourself permission to accept those answers. Because at the end of the day, you are the expert in your own life. Nobody has lived your life before, so nobody's answers can be better than what you have for yourself. Okay? Ask yourself those questions. The answers may be difficult. Maybe you might not even figure it out within one day. It might take 2 days, but be ready to listen to what your inner self wants. Ask yourself questions. If I take this road, if it goes in a negative direction, at least I tried. Am I willing to take that sacrifice? Yes or no? Ask yourself the questions before going and running to other people for help or running for other people's approval or advice. Ask yourself, what do I truly want? What do I think I desire? What do I think I deserve? So once you have figured out those answers, then come back and accept those answers. Allow yourself to accept and take in those answers, because those answers are coming from a place of love, which is you. Okay? Number 2, setting boundaries. It is okay to tell someone, thank you so much for your input, but I think I need to figure this out on my own. And sometimes you don't even need to explain yourself. Why are you explaining yourself? It's your life. At the end of the day, the outcomes of those decisions that you make at that moment are going to affect you. Not the person who gave you the advice, not the person who advised or criticized your opinion. No, they are going to affect you. And setting boundaries can have such a negative, perception in the society. But setting boundaries is not shutting someone else down. No, it's creating a space where your voice can shine. Let me give you an example. Let's say, for instance, you want to buy a car and everyone around you is giving you input on the color, the brand, and the features of the car that you are the one who's going to buy. So first of all, you are the one spending the money and you are the one who's going to be driving, right? So whose opinion should matter most in this case? Yours. Because at the end of the day, you're the one who's going to be driving that car. At the end of the day, you are the one who is going to sit in that car and decide whether it's comfortable or not for you, regardless of the one who told you to get a BMW, a Honda, an Audi. At the end of the day, it's your comfort that matters, and that is exactly the same as life. The cost that you are going to pay, in this case the money, is going to come from you, and you are going to be the one paying the cost. The outcome that you are going to get, in this case the car and the comfort, you are the one who's going to experience it. So whose opinion should matter most in this case? Yours. It's okay if someone gets disappointed that you did not decide to take the advice. It's okay if your parent gets disappointed because you did not take the career path that they wanted you to take. It's okay. At the end of the day, it's life, and the mistakes that comes with it, you are willing to bear. because it was your decision. Imagine sitting around and saying, I really wish I did not go that route. I really wish I did not take that advice. I really wish I did this instead. So here is a friendly reminder. You are an expert of your own life. So value your own opinion because it comes from a place of love, from a place where you know your own values. So value that opinion. Okay? The more you trust yourself, the confident you feel in your opinions. Okay? Like the more you trust your own self, the more you're going to be like, wait, I did this and it worked last time. I did this, it failed, I learned this, so I'm gonna implement this. So trust those opinions, regardless of the mistakes that comes with it. Because trust me, it's not going to be sunshine and rainbows every single time. There are going to be downfalls. But guess who's going to be ready to pick you up? You. You're gonna make it. You're going to come, on top of everything. So trust that opinion of yours. And if this resonates with you, leave a comment down below. Like this and share with a friend that you think needs to hear this. And do not forget to subscribe and turn on the notification button so that you can be notified every single time I drop a video like this. Bye.